It's the Big Apple. It's the media center of the world. And tonight from New York, it's Monday Nitro Live.
It looks like we're back in Slapnuts country. You gotta wrestle Scott Hall in the main event. It's not a title match, Sid. This outsider is gonna be all up in your ass tonight.
Sid Vicious and Scott Hall for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Scott Hall's gonna be the world champion. An argument is ensuing. Look, it's exactly what we
Boys, you're either with me, the chosen one, or that you make your decision. I am the commissioner.
Welcome, the real deal, Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah! He's here!
How about I make a match with Scott Hall against Jeff Jarrett? Let's see, the winner of this match wrestles Sid at the pay-per-view.
Hell no, slap ass.
Oh!
Good night.
turn around, Mickey. Mark Johnson pulling out of the ring. Who's gonna face Sid at Super Brawl?
This company makes a bigger deal out of Hulk Hogan than they do you and me next week. I take care of Hogan, you break Terry Funk's arm just like you smashed Jimmy Hart last Monday night.
Tonight, the total package and Terry Funk will go one-on-one. Plus, the Nature Boy Ric Flair does battle with Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Who will it be? Jeff Jarrett. Will it be Scott Hall to face Sid Vicious for the world title at Super Brawl? We'll find out tonight. New York in the tri-state area welcomes the one and only WCW Monday Nitro Live to the Nassau Coliseum. We're live inside. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to World Championship Wrestling. Union Day on the Nassau Coliseum. Welcome, Monday Nitro. It's Tony Schiavone and the one, the only Mark Madden. 6 days away from Super Brawl 2000 this Sunday, Mark.
Tony Schiavone, we'll be talking a lot about Super Brawl as the night goes on, but tonight on Nitro, it's Flair versus Hogan. It was a rivalry for a decade before they ever laid hands on one another. It's the all-time...
Hey, yo, Jeff Jarrett, you're telling everybody you're the chosen one.
You damn right, Scott Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, the real deal, Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah!
Hey, Slapnuts, my buddy got screwed by you. How about I make a match with Scott Hall against Jeff Jarrett? The winner of this match wrestles Sid at the pay-per-view.
David, I'm gonna give you one chance to say I quit.
What I saw made me sick to my stomach because you abandoned your own flesh, your own blood, your son. The reason I'm here right now is I'm fixing to kick your ass.
Oh, what a challenge!
You actually think you're big enough to kick Ric Flair's ass? Don't ever count that man out. How dare you, Hogan, question me? You're a joke. You're a coward, just like Sting is.
This thing has reached the boiling point. That's 3 months of fury about to be unleashed on the package.
Ever get a deal? I take care of Hogan. You break Terry Funk. Woo!
Main event time. Who will face Sid Vicious for the WCW World's Heavyweight Championship? Big right hand, running clothesline sends the chosen one to the floor. Jarrett back body dropped him over the top, and Jarrett cinches in the sleeper. He's got the chosen one in the air. Fall away slam. Can Scott Hall get the shot at Sid Vicious? Contact with referee Mickey James. Drops him down, but no referee. Here's the move. There's the stroke from Jarrett. That's referee Mark Johnson. 2 and 3. Jarrett gets it.
He got it.
Wait a minute, Mickey J's up. It's a restart.
Here comes the world champion, Sid Vicious. Double your pleasure, double your fun.
What's been decided here? Who's gonna face Sid at Super Brawl?
And that's the question. A question we could not answer this past Wednesday on TBS on Thunder. And a question we hope to answer here tonight, live in the Nassau Coliseum.
Will it be Jarrett against Sid at Super Brawl? Will it be Scott Hall against Sid at Super Brawl? Who exactly is the commissioner today, Tony? Is Jarrett, does he have the stroke? Does Nash have the stroke back? We're about to find out, I think.
Here comes the acting commissioner, so to speak, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, to me, he's in charge, Tony. He's the U.S. title. He's the #1 contender. To me, he's in charge right now. Where's Kevin Nash? He's not even here.
Well, last week on Thunder, Kevin Nash was via satellite from the offices in Atlanta, Georgia, and I haven't seen Kevin Nash anywhere tonight, so I don't know where he is.
It's real easy to be in charge via satellite, Tony. Jeff Jarrett's out here pressing the flesh. He's making decisions face to face. He's a born leader. He's leading WCW back up to the top, and he'll be the chosen champion this Sunday at Super Brawl if he gets a fair shot at Sid, that is.
The New World Order. Super Brawl 2000 is a mere 6 days away. It's going to be a crossroads of sorts for the NWO.
Tony, I see Tylene Buck got her braces off. I just may ask her to the senior prom now.
I'm not touching that one, man.
Maybe she'll ask me to the Sadie Hawkins Day dance.
They're sending the ladies away. What in the world is that all about?
Well, I don't think it's any kind of animosity. I think Jeff Jarrett just means business tonight, Tony.
It's a very good point. To send these ladies away, or certainly.
Once again, hold on. What you're looking at in this ring is the elite. What you have up here is the NWO. And this is for everybody who thinks the NWO is dead. You can chew on this. The only thing that's dead is anybody that gets in the way of the NWO.
That's right. Just 6 days until Super Brawl. 6 days until the chosen one, the one with all the stroke around this place, gets what he has coming to him. It's just a matter of time before the WCW World Heavyweight title goes around my waist. And you know why? Well, I'll tell you. And let's see if you Long Island slapnuts can follow along.
I bet they can't.
You see, everybody around this place has been trying to hold the chosen one down, but nobody, and I mean nobody, can get the damn job done. You see, first, I named my own special referee. And what the committee do? They took him away. That's fine, no problem. The second thing, they give Scott Hall a title shot. But I personally saw to it that he was wearing a 6-string smash hit around his greasy neck before that match was over. And the third thing, Kevin Nash tried to knock me out of the #1 contender slot. But no, I proved without a shadow of a doubt that I am the greatest wrestler of all time.
Not an unfair evaluation.
You big jacked up local yokel, the countdown is on. 6 days, me and you face to face at Super Brawl. And I will walk out of the Cow Palace a true champion, a natural born champion, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
So the U.S. champion, the interim, the acting commissioner, very competent.
Jeff.
Hold on now.
I know that voice.
You know, you talk about stroke there, buddy. The only stroke you got when you go back to your single wide in Nashville, you put on a Billy Squire 8-track and that Sparkomatic 8-track player you got, buddy. I'm the commissioner, and I'm here to govern a few rules.
Wait a minute, slap ass. Just wait a minute. Before you came back around, I was the acting commissioner, and I seemed to like that situation a whole lot better. So you know what we're gonna do?
What?
And I want you to listen up. No, I want everybody in that damn truck to listen up.
What? What's
Get
this?
him up, boys.
They got Penzer.
We're gonna break this boy's freaking neck if you don't cut off Nash's satellite feed. I'm the commissioner around this place, and if you ain't gonna take me serious, and if you care about this little Slappy at all, you will cut the feet off. Now cut the feet off, and I mean it.
Don't you do it.
Hey, yeah, don't tell me a damn thing, Slappy.
Now there goes the feed.
Nah.
That's a bad decision. This is live TV. Pencer could have taken one for the team.
Business, and we got rid of the commissioner. I guess all the duties fall back into the acting commissioner's place. So the bottom line is this. At the Cow Palace, the chosen one, the man with all the stroke, will be named the new WCW Heavyweight Champion. Now hit the commissioners, the acting commissioners, music one more.
That is not the acting commissioner's music.
I guess Nash is here. Well, I take back all that bad stuff I said about him then. I would never say that if he was here. I give the commissioner some respect, Tony.
Let's see exactly what happens here as the acting commissioner of the U.S. champion. And there he is.
Tony, he's not an outsider. He's an Ironsider.
In his own electric wheelchair, nursing the broken foot that had sidelined him since about 2 weeks ago.
Now, realistically, Tony, what's Kevin Nash going to do in a wheelchair against the Harris boys and Jeff Jarrett?
That's a very good question, but the fact remains that Nash has come out, and look at that ball bat he's got.
You know, Jeff, I figured you'd pull something like this. I know what you're thinking right now, Jeff. You're figuring you got your two goons out there, and you three can come down here and do something, because all I got is my two beautiful nurses.
Hey, slap ass, that wouldn't prove nothing. I'll prove something at Super Brawl.
You know something, Jeff? I got a bat in my hand. And if you guys want to come down here, you don't have to worry so much about that bat, because you see, when they surgically redid my foot and they put a plate and 7 screws in it, this big size 15 of mine with all this fiberglass on it, don't worry, it'll still fit right up your ass.
You talk tough now, slap ass in a wheelchair. I'll prove it at Super Brawl.
Ironside 2000, brother. Let me tell you something. In wrestling terminology, the bottom line. I made a match between you and Scott Hall to see who the #1 contender would be. Nobody won the match. Therefore, I have decided in fairness that I will make Scott Hall the #1 contender. I will also make you, Jeff Jarrett, the #1 contender. And at Super Brawl, you both will face World Championship Wrestling's world champion, Big Sid Vicious, in a 3-way dance.
Wow. Who's going to lead that dance, Tony?
You think just because you're commissioner, you're going to put out some rules. I don't give a damn what you have to do. It's Super Brawl. I'm walking out the champion.
You know what? I would take heed to these things that you're saying to me tonight if I would have flown all the way in here just to do this. It just so happens that I was at a very renowned rehab center in New York City known as Scores, where I've been diligently rehabbing this twisted ankle of mine. And you know what? This is a loaded show tonight. But I can make it a little bit better. I think tonight we're gonna have, I don't know, Jeff Jarrett against, let me see, Sid Vicious. I'll let you two guys beat each other to death tonight, softening up on Sunday for my buddy Scott, and the stipulation is, it's not for the title, Jeff.
Hell no!
I've already got it okayed with the commission. So guess what, buddy? You two beat the hell out of each other. I'm going back and playing with the nurses.
The commissioner has spoken as it relates to Sunday at Super Brawl 2000, as it relates to tonight, here live at the Nassau Coliseum.
I think Jarrett's getting the short end of that stick, Tony. That should be a title match if he has to face Sid tonight. Kevin Nash clearly giving his buddy Scott Hall a big advantage for Super Brawl. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. You're absolutely right, Jeff.
I can understand your anger, Jeff Jarrett, but it is in stone, and we are on the verge of what's going to be one of the most memorable Nitros in a long, long time. Tony Schiavone, Mark Madden back with you, and fans, Super Brawl 2000 is 6 days away. We now know it's going to be a three-way dance.
Three-way dance.
With Hall, Jarrett against Sid Vicious. One man will emerge the world champion. And then tonight, it's going to be Jeff Jarrett against Sid Vicious one-on-one in a non-title match.
Well, Jeff Jarrett abused his power a little to get that title shot at Super Brawl. Kevin Nash abused his power a little to give Scott Hall the title shot at Super Brawl. But the bottom line is, since the monkey in the middle, it's going to be tough for him to beat two men at Super Brawl on Sunday.
And of course, the talk in the tri-state area, the talk of the entire wrestling world has been the return of Hulk Hogan. It is here tonight. Hulk Hogan will face the Nature Boy Ric Flair one-on-one. It's been about 5 years since we've seen these two on television go at it. You're going to see it here tonight, live on WCW Monday Nitro. First time we've really seen Hogan back in action, really since October of last year.
For years and years, I've been hearing Hulkamania this, and Pontiac Silverdome that, and I made wrestling, brother. You know what, Tony? Flair's always been better, and he'll prove it tonight. I guarantee it.
Our third main event of the Indy will feature hardcore legend Terry Funk in this ring here tonight against the one and only Total Package with Miss Elizabeth. Plus the Mamalukes, the World Tag Team Champions are here. I understand Streamin' Norman Smiley will be here. The hardcore champion himself, Bam Bam Bigelow, will be with us in action. And we have a very special Valentine's Day 2003.
And I can't wait for that, Tony.
For all the gentlemen out there watching our program. In addition, we're going to talk about Diamond Dallas Page's brand new book that you can order before it hits bookstores everywhere.
You mean you learned to read?
A long time ago I did.
Wow.
Thank you very much. But fans, it has been quite an evening, quite a day here in the tri-state area as we await the Hulk Hogan Ric Flair match and World Champion Sid Vicious against Jeff Jarrett, leading up to Super Brawl this coming Sunday. As a matter of fact, let's go back. Ric Flair, look at this.
Hey, man,
in the Total Package together.
Spell that. Woo! It's the Big Apple. It's the Total Package. It's the Nature Boy. It's the lovely Elizabeth. Woo! Here to take the Big Apple by storm. How about him? Hey, what is the deal, Darn it. I'm going to run on top of you. Deliver him, Nate. You need to dump him. You've been riding your coattails for 15 years. No. Not like usual.
And as Ric Flair and the Total Package walk into the Nassau Coliseum, you see 3 count. They are rehearsing their dance routine. And they're going to be coming up next.
Can't wait.
Dude, we got a big match tonight. You got jewelry on, you know, because you bought these 2 shirts in a bargain bin, 2 for 1. We're in New York City. The Islanders. Davey Johnson gave this to me tonight. Gave me 3, 1 for me and 1 for you 2 guys. What are you doing?
You know what? I don't take care of this. I'm talking to a rat.
Rat?
Look, I'm not even going out there tonight. I don't feel like working with those wannabes. Hey, meet me at the club. Don't wear this. The rats won't dig that. The rats will dig this.
But we got a match.
Oh, Mark Madden. Fish Hancock's coming to the arena too. Say something, Mark. You know, the silly thing here is that they really believe they can sing and dance.
They really can.
No, they really can't.
Well, I think they can, and all the girls think they can. My mom thinks they can.
Your mother thinks they can.
She loves them. Loves them.
Mark Madden's mother loves 3 count. Here comes Screamin' Norman. And how about this? Screamin' Norman, in an effort to prove to Kevin Nash that he did have courage, has taken it upon himself to face 3 count. 3 separate matches. January 24th with the Norman Conquest. He defeated 1 member. And then just 2 weeks ago, dressed up like the Demon, the Norman Conquest again. Over Shane. Another member of 3 count goes down, and then against Evan Courageous. Looked like he was gonna get pinned, rolled through on it, hooked the pants, and got the win. 3 straight wins.
You gotta give him credit, Tony. He's shown some courage against 3 count. But tonight he's dressed as the New York Islanders goalie, which means nothing's gonna hit him. He's invulnerable.
One half of the team of Lane and Idol. Here's Lane coming out to be Screamin' Norman's partner. But let's talk about what's coming up this Sunday. Norman does he have too much courage for his own good? He's gonna go in against 3 count in a 3-on-1 handicap match.
I really think so, Tony. Norman Smiley beat all 3 of these guys one-on-one, but to beat 3 guys at once, that's an awful tall task, even for a hardcore guy like Norman.
And now Norman and Lane in what looks to be some sort of a handicap tag team match here. As Shannon Moore with that spin kick sends Norman on the outside. He can play a drop kick. Back body drop. Screamin' Norman is kind of watching the action. And a moonsault that time. Shannon Moore coming on the top. What a move.
What a move by Shannon Moore. Shane Helms rushes right in to take on Lane, though.
And Lane sends Shane Helms down. Look at, oh my God!
Suicide dive off Shane Helms' back. What a gutsy move by Lane.
What a gutsy move. What an incredible move that was. Up on top is Shane Helms. He does a dive of his own. There are bodies everywhere here.
I hope these guys have good insurance plans because they're certainly putting themselves at risk. Yet another dive.
Evan Courageous from the top. Incredible maneuver. It just goes to show you, Mark, exactly what 3 count will do to their own bodies and what actually Norman's got in store for him this Sunday at Super Brawl 2000.
Well, these guys may look like, well, sissies, but they're gutsy competitors. They're in there wrestling hard. Look at them now. Good tag team wrestling. Double team move here.
Oh, the phone. Look at your monitor. That was Miss Hancock making her way down.
Well, it was a matter of time before she came out here to talk to me. A matter of time.
She has, as you know, fans, been kind of given the brush off by Lane and Idol. Here's a cover 1-2, who did not appreciate the standards and practices uniforms they had on at one time, nor that gimmick, so to speak. And now she is walking around the outside of the ring while Shannon Moore lands on Lane, and oh my goodness, Miss Hancock has come over to the broadcast table.
And I'm glad too. She's the last bastion of decency here in WCW.
And she has a headset on. Now, we have seen you, Miss Hancock, if I may address you that way, out here before, but you've never said anything. Obviously, you've got something you want to tell us. And what would that be?
You know, Mr. Schiavone, they don't know what they're missing.
They
don't know what they're missing. They should have never got rid of me.
You're talking about Lane and Idol, I take it.
Yes, that would be who I was thinking.
They don't know what they're missing. Boy, that's a loaded line right there.
I would have never gotten rid of her, I'll tell you that right now.
Don't say much, Mark. Please, don't say much.
I haven't been bleeped yet. My 3rd time out. I'm doing good.
I don't really understand what you mean, Miss Hancock, when you say they don't know what they're missing. What do you mean, anyway?
They should not have gotten rid of me.
Well, they didn't
They
didn't like the standards and practices, although you seem to be pretty much, if I can say this, pretty much of a straight arrow.
Well,
kind of a prude, some would say.
Yeah, I guess one would say that. Watch out. Oh! A running Liger bomb that time. Yes, that is Miss Hancock.
Kind of tough to call the match with Miss Hancock sitting right here.
It really is. Meanwhile, oh!
Nice jaw jacker there.
What's she doing now? Why, Miss Hancock, you're adjusting your hair here. And checking her clipboard, all in one. Screaming Norman comes in.
Now here's exactly the kind of thing Miss Hancock stands against, the big wiggle.
Hit that music.
Hit what music?
Tony, call the match.
I can't call
Tony,
the match.
call the match.
I'm not looking.
Tony, thank heavens I glued this mirror to the table here.
Miss Hancock is dancing on our table. Pretty good perks in the job, wouldn't you say there, Mark?
Tony, I knew this would be fun, but I never thought it would be like this. This is tremendous.
She said they shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have. Whatever she's accused of, they shouldn't have. And now that she seems to have attracted some attention from the guys in the ring.
She's just giving them the brush off. Hello, Lane. I would agree with her.
There's a cover. No, Norman with the Norman Conquest now.
And the referee's not even looking.
I wasn't even looking.
Oh, Charles Robinson was watching Miss Hancock walk away, and he finally caught the bell.
And that makes Norman Smiley 4-0 against 3 count. He got Evan Courageous there with the Norman Conquest, but it's still going to be 3-on-1 this Sunday at Super Brawl, Tony. I am flustered, I am hot, my makeup's running, I'm all sweaty, hot, and bothered.
Then we look in the back.
And I'm not. And I'm not.
Ming taking exception to the fact that they're calling Tank Abbott the real deal in the back.
Tank Abbott's as real as they come, but Meng's about the realest guy I've ever seen in pro wrestling, Tony.
I don't think there's any question that Tank Abbott has become the single most lethal puncher that we have seen in many, many years here in World Championship Wrestling.
I've done some research on Tank Abbott. He used to participate in something in Southern California called pit fighting. Each guy puts up $1,000, one-on-one, winner take all.
Where's he going now?
Well, there's that Big Al guy ringside. Now Rick Fuller's gonna go over there and go right after Tank.
Well, Rick Fuller, in his first return in almost 8 months to WCW, but that was Big Al, his former bodyguard, or the guy that used to accompany him to the UFC events, is now being led away by security, who apparently had purchased a ringside ticket just to get in the face of Tank Abbott here.
That wasn't Big Al from Happy Days, was it?
No, it wasn't Big Al from Happy Days.
I didn't get a good look. Oh my Lord, big right hand by Tank on Rick Fuller. Rick Fuller went right after him, but now Tank, with one punch, has a clear advantage, and he's leaving. Well, why stick around when the guy's knocked out, I guess?
Tank Abbott once again proves that regardless of who you are, to go in against him is a different ball game altogether. Rick Fuller making his comeback for the first time in a long time, and Tank Abbott does it once again. Who can stop Tank Abbott?
Well, for Tank Abbott, the result doesn't matter. The fight's the thing. He just likes to throw that big right. He likes to kick as much ass as he can. That pit fighting I talked about, that was like human cockfighting, only with humans instead of, well, they did it with humans.
Okay.
Tough guy, Tank Abbott. As tough as they come.
Recently, Mike Tenay had a chance to talk to Tank Abbott, and we're going to reveal something not only about Tank Abbott, but about this guy named Big Al.
Let's
take a look at this interview and
Big Al.
some about Tank Abbott conducted recently by Mike Tenay. Take a look.
Tank Abbott, I'm sure that many of our viewers have vivid recollections of your days in the Ultimate Fight Championship, and I know that, for one, I will never forget the devastating punching power that you exhibited in the UFC, and you really used that as your springboard to national recognition. I'm curious, what do you remember the most from your days with the Ultimate Fight?
Well, what I really remember the most is I was really the only true fighter there. I would fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, and basically Win or lose, I accomplished my goals, and my goal was to put my opponent in the hospital, and I did that. Everybody went to the hospital, and I went to the bar after the fight.
Almost as if your one-loss record was secondary.
Was secondary. My first goal was to hurt people, and that's what I did. I hurt them. They knew they were in a fight with me.
Trying to find out where you get that devastating punching power from. I understand that you have quite a few incredible feats in the weight room, especially when it comes to the bench press. Is that where you get that punching power?
That's part of it. I've posted a 625 bench press, and I spent many years in boxing gyms, and I've honed my skills down to where I can really drop a heavy bomb on you.
One of the other things that I recall from the Ultimate Fight days was that you always had a very vocal and a very physical entourage. And I think the one constant in that entourage was a man that you've referred to as your bodyguard, a guy that used to watch your back by the name of Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al watched my back, and as you've seen, he's got some problems with me being here at WCW, and he doesn't understand what I'm doing, and he wants to have a skins match with me, and I think that's going to be in Super Brawl.
A skins match? I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Well, this here is a skin, and I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, and I said, I don't know what's up with Big Al. I'd give him the jacket off my back, and he replied that Al said that he would take the jacket off of my back, and so I went to the WCW people and said, I need to take care of some business. Let me have a skins match at Super Brawl, and they agreed.
And a skins match, as far as taking the jacket, how's that going to be accomplished?
Well, what we're going to do is going to hang it from a pole, and I'm going to take Al's head off, and then I'm going to go up there and take my jacket down.
Okay, you've got Big Al at Super Brawl. Let's look long-term. What are your long-range accomplishments in World Championship Wrestling?
Right now, I've got tunnel vision. I don't want to talk or think about anything except for Big Al and straighten him out. He's out of control.
Yeah, look, last week you made Hall's match with Sid a title match, and I'm demanding you do the same damn thing tonight. Well, yeah, you just look into that, Slappy. We're talking about a precedent that you set, the WCW board members set last week. Yeah, you're damn right you'll get back to me. My match with Sid tonight, it better be a title match. Yeah, you damn right. Boys, we got him on the ropes.
That's Dustin Rhodes.
When Dustin Rhodes is in the ring, you're watching years of experience. Remember, I didn't learn this stuff overnight, and neither can you. You be careful and take care of yourself. Leave the rough stuff to the pros.
Paisley, I see you're here tonight and looking lovely, as always, I should point that out. And I see you brought the artist along. What in the world are you guys doing in New York City?
Well, Gene, everyone listen very carefully. The artist has chosen to enrich our lives by gracing us with his own words. Speak to us, oh magnificent, sexy, purple one.
I like to watch, as you do, Mean Gene. Psychosis, my eye is on you. Do you feel the quiver of excitement for our clash Wednesday night? I taste it. Do you sense the excitement, Psychosis? Psychosis meets Psycho-Sexy. I'm gonna make you my next hit.
The artist, formerly known as Prince Iaukea, says he's going to make Psychosis his next hit. He's referring, of course, to the match coming up on Thunder this coming Wednesday, the final match in the semifinals to crown a new Cruiserweight champion. Either he or Psychosis will go on to face Lance LaRue this Sunday at Super Brawl for the vacated Cruiserweight belt.
The Cruiserweight title, a real championship again. Pound for pound, the best wrestlers in the world competing for it. I don't like it, I love it.
I'm going to take you back a couple of weeks ago when Kidman was up against the wall. Here comes Vampiro, kicks Kidman in the back of the head. I'm not so sure he wanted this to happen, but it enabled Kidman to hook the wall and get the 1, 2, 3, even with the interference by Vampiro. So Billy Kidman and Torrie Wilson have come out. We know going into Super Brawl that Billy Kidman and Vampiro will wrestle in the rubber match, so to speak, the third match between them. Each man has one win. But tonight, Billy Kidman's partner is going to be Vampiro here on Monday Nitro.
There aren't enough O's in smooth to describe the way Billy Kidman wrestles. I think he's the best in-ring performer in WCW. However, this love-hate relationship with Vampiro, well, I think it shows the psycho control that Vampiro can exercise over people he's involved with.
Vampiro has proved time and time again he is truly one of the top performers that we have here. He's powerful, he's quick, very agile, and a very big guy to boot. I mean, he has tremendous size.
You don't really get a notion of how big he is till you see him in the ring against an opponent that's a bit smaller than him. He has brutal kicks, brutal clotheslines, very stiff wrestler. He punishes you, and he can wrestle as well.
So Vampiro and Billy Kidman will be together here on WCW Monday Nitro, and the two men who have mutual respect for each other will keep that respect tonight and then put it aside Sunday night at Super Brawl 2000.
If I were Kidman, I'd let Vampiro do most of the work tonight. What I'm trying to say is, Billy, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool with your life.
The chairman of WCW, LaParca, comes out.
I thought Jarrett was the chairman, or Nash.
Nash is the commissioner.
Oh, chairman.
Chairman.
Very good. Great to see LaParca back here. He's kind of half hardcore, half lucha. Very entertaining performer. He's got a new skeleton outfit, looks like.
And there is LaParca, the finals of the Cruiserweight tournament at Super Brawl 2000 this Sunday. And we have so many great cruiserweights around the world, Mark. You would agree with that. I know that for Prince Iaukea to make it this far, or the Ardents, formerly known as Prince Iaukea, to make it to the semifinals, says a lot about his ability. For Lash LaRue to make it all the way to the finals, waiting on the winner of Wednesday's match, says a lot about young Lash LaRue as well.
Now, Lash LaRue says he's going to win the Cruiserweight title and rename it the Cajun Weight title. Now, I looked this up in the rule book. Cruiserweight is 235 pounds and under. Cajun Weight is an IQ of 14 or under. So there is a subtle difference there.
Well, here is the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea. And since he has adopted this new persona, the man we knew as Prince Iaukea has certainly turned things completely around. His attitude, his entrance, Paisley's with him. But I think the fact remains that once the bell rings, this guy, regardless of what you call him, can really go.
The persona he affects now, the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea, psychs the opponents out. We've got a lot of amateur psychologists in the ring tonight. We got the artist, we got Vampiro. There's going to be a lot of action, but a lot of thinking as well. By the way, I bought my furniture at one of his stores. Iaukea? He doesn't own those, does he?
No, he doesn't own those.
Really? Well, I went in there, said his name, I got a great deal.
Well, maybe they're fans of WCW then. I don't know why they would give you a deal.
I mentioned Paisley's name as well.
That may get you the deal.
They showed me the bedroom department first, I know that.
And before the lights come back on, it is off and running. It's the artist and LaParca against the unlikely duo here of Billy Kidman and Vampiro. In this tag team event, do not forget, fans, tonight, Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan will go at it. Sid Vicious and Jeff Jarrett will go at it. And we've heard Jeff Jarrett on the phone. He's trying to make this a title match tonight. Obviously talking to the WCW Board of Directors.
It should be a title match. Why should Jeff Jarrett go in there and risk his life, limb, and pursuit of the belt against Sid without actually having a shot to get the belt?
Well, you make a good point. But that's what the commissioner, Kevin Nash, wants. Usually that's what the commissioner gets, whatever he wants.
We need one commissioner, and he needs to listen to me.
Listen to you?
Right.
Why would he listen to you?
It would make my job calling things out here a lot easier. I'd know what to expect.
Down goes LaParca. Vampiro just so talented. Look at this. In the back of the head, Vampiro hooks on a side headlock. Sent in the artist formerly known as Prince, got him in the back. It didn't even phase him. Open hand slap that time to the chest and then to the back, and La Parka, as the Artist wanted the tag that time, didn't even give way. He's going to stay on the attack and was going to try DDT. And a Russian leg sweep will do nicely. Cover. Billy Silverman for only the 2 count. Great action going here. That time La Parka blocked it, but not effectively enough as he went through the ropes and hit the back of his head at the feet of Paisley.
Did you hear the thud when Vamp hit him with that kick?
Heard the thud that time, Mark Madden.
Suicide dive right into La Parka, right into the guardrail, and here comes the Artist.
The Artist, formerly known as Prince Iaukea, back in now as he took the exchange and a scoop slam, sending Vampiro down. And see, here's the rub. He may look all deliberate going into the ring, but once the bell sounds, the Artist really can go. And we've got a fight going on.
Can't fight! Let him go, Kidman, let him fight! Come on, tear off those tops. We're after 9 o'clock by now, the kids are in bed.
Paisley and Torrie Wilson getting in it. I don't know what prompted that other than personal pride. Kidman, who was down between the women, was not there to make the tag for Vampiro. How about that? Wrong place at the wrong time. And now Vampiro there to make a tag, and a very party tag, a very angry tag by Vampiro to Billy Kidman. Very upset that Kidman was not there, but he was between the 2 ladies at ringside.
Here's how upset he is, he's leaving. Vampiro's walking up the aisle.
You're right, Vampiro's walked away from Billy Kidman, leaving Kidman to fend off 2 men.
I'm a big Vampiro fan, but Kidman was just trying to break up that cat fight. Vamp has no right to be mad.
I don't think Vampiro even realized that was going on, or maybe he did and thinks that Kidman did the wrong thing. Good move by the Artist. And La Parka rolls through, and the Artist's going to get a win.
Well, right there might be your next Cruiserweight champ. He just beat a great Cruiserweight champ from not too long ago in Billy Kidman. What a move, that DDT after jumping from the top rope. Now there's an issue between Vamp and Kidman for this Sunday at Super Brawl.
Well, there was already an issue. Who would win the 3rd and final match of the 3 matches between the 2 men? But as Paisley and the Artist celebrate away from La Parka, they're winning this tag team. You're right, some momentum going in the tournament. I don't think there's any question that there are problems between Vampiro and Billy Kidman. It's time for the Castro GTX replay. Mark Madden, give it a call.
There's the big spin kick by Vamp, knocks La Parka between the 2nd and 3rd rope. Vamp springs up, looks one way, goes the other. Well, now we cut right to him leaving the ring. What a spin kick by Vamp. What a big win for the Artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea and La Parka. And now Vamp and Kidman have ample reason to hate each other this Sunday, just 6 days away at Super Brawl.
What a move also by the Artist with that DDT off of the middle turnbuckle on Billy Kidman. Brought to you by the motor oil that provides maximum protection. Castro GTX Drive Hard. Providing the replay and taping up the fist. Prepared to come out for his match is Terry Funk against the total package still to come.
I mean, that's not my problem. I don't care if he wants it to be a title match or not. That's a president. Yeah, you monkey set that. That doesn't affect me. Right. He wants, you know what? Guess what? If he wants it a title match, let it be a title match. Let them kill each other. Make it a title match.
Hey, listen, Disco, we just want to go home and see the family, right? John's hungry, wants a cheese sandwich.
I know, but we're in New York City. We got a special surprise for you guys tonight. Check this out.
What do you got for us?
It is party time!
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Wow! How you doing, sis? How's it? Oh, my God. Mom! Oh, wow! I'm so homesick. I missed you so much. Angie, I can't believe it. Oh, how are you doing? You look beautiful. Are you in trouble? Huh? You've been doing the right thing by my sister, huh?
You know me and Johnny a long
I know you won't. That's why I'm there. I told you. Hey, Father Carmine, you been getting that envelope I sent you? Give the father a little scratch, all right? Is everybody doing it right, huh? It's your family. Hey, I'm telling you, ain't this great, John? Oh, boy, I tell you, the family, everybody here.
Okay, well, we are back on WCW Monday Nitro, and the Mamalukes are having some sort of wedding reception going on in the back. Let's go back once again.
It's disorganized crime.
Everything's okay. You know, I'm very happy for you. You know what I mean? This is you were kids. You know, we grew up rough. I'm glad you're finally doing good. You know, I'm doing good. You're starting off a new life. Listen, I got something for you. Listen, I want you to put yourself a down payment on a house, all right? Came from the business. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right. And if you ever need to come back home,
No, that's too much. Oh
put
my
it away, tuck it away somewhere, okay? Hide it, all right? Love you, baby.
Well, that's a first, a wedding reception here at Monday Nitro. In the back, live, going on. I guess they couldn't go to Brooklyn for the party. They brought the party from Brooklyn here to Long Island.
That was a maternity bridal guide, I think, too, not to cast aspersions.
So I guess we're going to follow what goes on with the World Tag Team Champions in the back, Big Vito and his sister Angie. You saw his mom in the back and all that. And with that in mind, we welcome to Monday Nitro Ronda Monster Ripper Singh, as we are going to have a match in the WCW Women's Division here on Monday Nitro.
One thing worth noting, Ronda Singh, despite her girth, I'd call her husky, no insult intended. She is a legendary wrestler in Japan and Mexico. She was trained by the Hart family in Calgary. She went to high school with Bret Hart. In fact, somebody told me she went to the prom with Bret Hart, but I'm not sure if that's true.
That's a rumor that only you would put out there, Mark.
Maybe I should have checked with Bret before I said it, huh?
So for Ronda Monster Ripper Singh, notorious in international competition, she's going to face a real lady, I should say, in Mona, who, as we know, can perform in the ring, but is a very, very nice young lady to boot.
Are you trying to say Ronda Singh's not a nice young lady?
No, I didn't say that at all.
I like Ronda. I might see what she's doing later. We talk about standards and practices a lot in this show. Well, hey, if she has no standards, I could certainly use the practice. You're speechless.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know what to say about you.
Mona's looking good, you gotta say.
What's this about? Oh, I get it now. We're going to bring in the new head of the WCW Women's Division, Oklahoma.
Well, he has rejuvenated the Women's Division. This is the first match of the Women's Division under the reign of Oklahoma. All I can say is Boomer Sooner.
Oklahoma in charge of the Women's Division. I guess he's going to come in here and preside over it, or take a ringside seat maybe here and make sure that everything is up to his standards.
It's nice to see him take a hands-on approach with the women. In fact, I believe there's a sexual harassment suit being filed because he took a hands-on approach with some of the other women backstage at one point.
I don't buy that at all, Mark.
He didn't want to buy it either. That was the problem.
I just led you right into that, didn't I? Just as smooth as...
Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
You did.
I thank you all. I thank you all for that warm Long Island greeting.
They do love him here. Boomer Sooner.
And I just figured that tonight, what the hell, let's get the Women's Division, the new WCW Women's Division, off full tilt. We brought Mona back, ladies and gentlemen. Mona's back in the Women's Division. Big hand for the little lady. And we've also brought my girl, my one and only, the Monster Ripper, Ronda Singh. Now, I got a lot of heat. People said I came on too strong with Medusa. People said that I wasn't fair to Medusa, and I'm gonna make up for that tonight. I'm gonna be fair. I have found a role in the WCW Women's Division for Medusa. She's gonna be starting that role tonight. So without further ado, I give you your guest referee for this match, Medusa.
So that's his plan.
Well, Medusa better not stand too close to the pyro she melted down, you'd have enough plastic to make 15 Barbie dolls, a dozen Frisbees, and a big beer cooler for me and the Outsiders.
Here's Medusa coming up as a referee, ready to take on this assignment. But we know Medusa should realistically be in the women's division. And there's a look at the Monster Ripper, Ronda Singh, and Mona.
It wouldn't be fair. There's been too much surgical adjustment on Medusa for her to compete in this division.
I got nothing.
It's an honor and a privilege to have me sitting here with you. You didn't tell me how much you missed me there, BT.
We missed you.
Well, I just figured who could do justice to Monster Ripper than myself, better than myself, just like I did with Dr. Death, just like I did for myself, who could call my own matches. I'm out here to talk for Monster Ripper.
Well, I was talking about doing justice to Monster Ripper after the show myself.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't blame you. Mark, I'm glad to have you out here. It's nice to have somebody who I can connect with.
Well, absolutely. Welcome aboard Oklahoma. And Monster Ripper, your girl. Is she your girl? She's nobody's girl. She's a woman, I think.
Well, she's my girl in that I brought her into the women's division. And I think she would do the women's division proud. She is a prime example of what my women's division is all about.
What are you trying to accomplish with making Medusa the referee here?
Well, I just feel that everybody needs to know their place and know their role within the organization. I think Medusa is a prime example of that. Medusa's been going around here unchecked, thinks she can do anything she wants, thinks she can say anything she wants. I'm just showing her we're going to use her wisely, but we're going to use her where she belongs.
So it's
Vicious slam. And a big leg drop by Monster Ripper Singh.
Please, go ahead. Don't let us interrupt.
No, that's okay. You just jump in here anytime you want to try and go toe-to-toe. See, now that's the thing. Monster Ripper, there's nothing Mona can do to her. There is nothing. Look at that woman. Have you ever seen a more superb example of femininity in your entire life?
Well, to be honest with you, the answer would be...
I haven't, no.
See, now Medusa... Okay, I'm not even going to say anything.
Well, the bottom line is Medusa's too surgically enhanced to actually compete in the division.
Exactly my point.
How about the missile drop kick from Mona? 1, 2, and Ronda Singh kicked out of that.
Can we say missile drop kick during a women's match?
I believe we have to run it past standards in practice if we want to do it again. See, now, Ronda Singh is not going to take anything from her. She is not going to back down from Medusa. She takes no guff whatsoever.
And she might get disqualified over the top. Wait a minute, Oklahoma's running towards the ring. What's he doing there? He's holding on to Ronda Singh.
He's just holding hands. It's a romantic moment.
Medusa kicked him. Medusa got nailed by Ronda Singh.
That looked like an accident to me.
And look at Oklahoma's going in. Oklahoma's counting 1, 2, 3. And Ronda Singh wins this thing.
Well, the regular ref got bumped, so the commissioner jumped into the women's division, made the call. That's only right. Good match. I like this Ronda Singh.
And she just planted one on Oklahoma. She kissed him.
Well, there goes my post-show plans, I suppose. They could be brother and sister.
I don't know. After that kiss, I'm not sure.
Well, we are in Long Island.
You know, neighborhood champs, Johnny and Vito. Listen, Disco, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is my grandmother. You know Johnny's mother and father. This is my father, Lorenzo. This is my mother, Marge. And this is my cousin, Tommy, from 33rd Street. Tyndall. Yeah, I'm eating, Grandma. I'm telling you. This is cold. I've really been looking forward to a cheese sandwich all week.
Oh, enough with the cheese sandwich.
Ma, what do you see? What you... Ma, what's up? What do you need, Grandma?
I'm gonna tell you one thing. You got a match tonight.
Yeah, Grandma, we're gonna throw a couple beans, a couple lefts and rights, and we're gonna be finished and we'll be out of here.
We're gonna give him a little bit of beat.
We're gonna give him a smack.
All right, I gotta tell you one thing. Go away. Let me see. Listen to me.
Okay.
I don't want you to throw no spit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
You're
Grandma.
you're spitting.
But Grandma, that's part of me. It's part of me being tough. I gotta spit.
Everybody in the first row,
Yeah.
they get the spit right in the face. You
That's
know what
good.
I mean? That's good.
You don't want me to do it? I won't disrespect you. I won't do it.
It's disgusting.
All right, Grandma. No more spit.
All right.
No more spit. Hey, everybody have a good time, huh? How about that?
All right, then. Good news. Good. Heavy D, let's get over here. Listen, good news. They're going to make the announcement during the next match. I've got a title shot tonight.
Well, Jeff Jarrett has his title shot tonight, but fans, here we go. In a few moments, as Terry Funk makes his way towards the ring, the Hardcore Legend will go up against the Total Package with Elizabeth, with the chair, and with abundance of confidence. It's all next.
We are back on Nitro with the one and only Nature Boy, Ric Flair, out here on Long Island. And Nature Boy, tonight, of course, you've got a big one. We're going to talk about it in a moment or two. But next Sunday at Super Brawl, it's going to be Terry Funk. He's going to have to deal with Lex Luger. Later tonight, you've got Hulk Hogan.
First of all, in your mind, I've got a big one. In the mind of Ric Flair, woo! And in the mind of the wrestling world, Hulk Hogan, you are not a big one. You are an obstacle that a man like Ric Flair will walk over, woo, tonight on his way to the Big Apple. And as for Terry Funk tonight, don't laugh about it, Funk. The Total Package, woo, looking as old as he can look, with the lovely Elizabeth, will break you in two. WCW, get it? Woo, the wrestling world better get it. It's the package. It's the Nature Boy. It's the lovely Miss Elizabeth. And we are, woo, styling and, by God, profiling. Woo! Hogan, come on, big man. Bring the yellow and red to the Nature Boy. Woo! Woo!
Tonight, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair will go one-on-one live here on TNT. In 6 days, this Sunday, Ric Flair and Terry Funk will battle in what is now being termed as a death match. And that means pinfalls do not count. After a successful pinfall that does not count in the winning or losing of the match, there'll be a 30-second rest period. A man will then have 10 seconds to answer the bell. If he cannot, he'll lose the match. He and Terry Funk this Sunday, Flair and Funk, will have a fight to the finish, Mark Madden.
What that means, Tony, is that Ric Flair and Terry Funk are going to take this 10-year-plus rivalry they've had and beat each other half to death. It's not a conventional wrestling match, it's a death match. But that's okay, because that's what they both want. I think it's what the fans want, too. On Sunday at Super Brawl, everyone gets what they want.
Super Brawl 2000 is sponsored by Snickers. It's only 6 days away. And as we come to you from the Nassau Coliseum, right outside of Manhattan, in Long Island, here in Uniondale, home of the Islanders of the National Hockey League, we bring you this event and these matches leading up to Super Brawl 2000. Dare say a very confident Total Package, knowing that he's got Hogan in 6 days and he's going to go in against the Hardcore Legend right here in Terry Funk 6 days out.
Wouldn't you be confident if you were the Total Package? On Sunday at Super Brawl, he wrestles a part-time wrestler. Hogan's an actor who dabbles in wrestling. Sting is an actor that dabbles in wrestling. The Package is going to knock them off one after the other. Heck, I'll be surprised if the Screen Actors Guild doesn't see the Package.
Hold on, you're saying that Hogan, even though he has had his number of movies, has been on many television programs, has been, without a doubt, the biggest media star of any pro wrestler ever, is an actor who dabbles in wrestling?
Right now he is. When was the last time we saw him in a wrestling ring?
Back in October, actually.
That's a pretty long time ago, isn't it?
So you're talking about current state.
Exactly. Nobody can take away Hulk Hogan's legacy or his greatness. But in the past 5 months since October, Lex Luger's been wrestling, he's been training, he's been looking better than ever, he's been getting stronger than ever. I just can't see a part-time wrestler beating the Total Package. Not Hogan and not Sting when it comes to that eventually.
He is magnificent, and and he's got company in the ring. He's telling Elizabeth, stand right there. I don't think he realized. Look at him. He doesn't realize that's Terry Funk. He's telling Elizabeth, take off my tights. Guess what? It's Terry Funk. Bring up the lights. We're off and running. The Total Package of Terry Funk. What a maneuver that was by Funk from behind.
Funk is going to sneak up on you a lot more than you'll sneak up on him. Funk also an actor, too.
Absolutely.
A better one than the other two, I might add. I've seen some of those Sting and Hogan movies. The Screen Actors Guild should sue them.
It's been a long time since Terry Funk's been in a movie, but he's also been on some television programs. But he has in the later stage of his career become nothing less than, as we said, a hardcore legend. And the fact is, he has become that legend on many fronts. The biggest of which is the fact that Terry Funk can take chair shots, can take beatings, can take tables. I mean, he's been in barbed wire matches and he keeps coming straight ahead. That's the legendary Terry Funk for you.
He was hardcore before there was hardcore. You could just leave it right at that.
The total package sent him on the outside.
By the way, I like shutter speed. Sting's last movie, that was pretty good.
Shutter speed was very good, I would agree.
A lot of action.
A lot of things going on with WCW superstars in movies and television programs. Diamond Dallas Page has his book we're going to talk about. His brand new book that you can get an advanced copy on. We'll be talking about that.
Oh, jeez.
Hit hard. The lower back to the steel safety rail. The fans are loving this. Terry Funk sitting down. Look at Funk going underneath the ring.
What's he got? Oh, a table.
Of course he does.
And he's not going to set it up for that wedding in the back, is he?
No, he's not.
He's going to use it out here, I think.
The wedding reception that's going on in the back. And look at Elizabeth.
I can't believe people like that are allowed to reproduce. Now, Terry Funk's stalking Elizabeth, but the package cuts him off with the double axe.
Boy, Elizabeth knew what she was doing that time, Mark.
Oh, she's as smart as they come when it comes to women in this sport.
Absolutely. She lured Funk away that time from the table and enabled the package to attack from behind, and effectively now has stopped the efforts of Terry Funk in using the table. She bought some time for the total package to get back into this, and now the package has the table.
Funk looks really dazed on the outside here, and the package is going to try to slam him through that table.
Oh my, look up high, oh! Gorilla press slam, right through the table, and it snapped it in half.
I bet Funk wishes he'd left that table under the ring now.
Funk, as you can see, in a lot of pain.
He's twitching like a snake with his head cut off, but we both know when the snake gets his head cut off, he doesn't die for a while. Terry Funk is by no means done in this match.
Yeah, we have seen him twitch before. I would agree with that. The package is not done. Nice move right here, Mark Ben. He hurt the man with the back up against the table, and then he drove the man's back into the hard edge of that ring apron. He is now continuing to focus on the back of Terry Funk. Pretty sound strategy for the total package.
The package is student of the game. He knows everybody's weaknesses, and he takes those weaknesses and combats them with his own very ample strengths.
The man you'll face at Super Brawl 2006 days, Hulk Hogan, later tonight against Ric Flair, here live in the Nassau Coliseum on Nitro. But right now, you can see all the effort and all the focus is not on Super Brawl with the total package, it's on Terry Funk, and he's taking the hardcore legend apart.
How can part-time wrestlers hope to compete with the magnificent athlete that is the total package?
That is a very good point. I'm not going to agree calling Hulk Hogan a part-time wrestler. He is too much of a legend in his own right to be considered one, but the fact is, he has taken a few months off, and what effect will that have tonight against Flair and Sunday against the total package?
I'll tell you what, the package is taking a big chunk out of Funk. That could affect him for his match against Ric Flair, a death match, don't forget.
He was going to rack it, but Terry Funk with a back kick between the legs and a DDT. Stop the total package cold. He'll make a count. Two, says Mickey J, and that's all. Reverse neck breaker.
I have never seen anything like Terry Funk. There is nothing to compare him to. There is nothing or anyone that's ever been like him.
He is literally pulling himself out. He has gone up top for a moonsault, but the package has the... Oh! Elizabeth shot the table underneath the bottom rope, or the chair that is, underneath the bottom rope, and Funk landed on the chair. The referee's calling for the bell, and speaking of bell, Funk just got his rung.
That's the metal equivalent of a lobotomy. That was incredible. Oh, there's that maneuver we've seen the package do so often. Funk's arm in the chair.
And it's on Anderson, grabbing the chair away from the total package when he was going to break the arm of Terry Funk.
What's that all about?
Come on, get on out of here. And that's an interesting story. Arn Anderson, a close confidant of Ric Flair, has been close to the total package. What is that all about? That's going to mean Gene.
We have just received word that the WCW Executive Board has made a ruling. Commissioner Kevin Nash has got news regarding Jeff Jarrett and Sid Vicious. Oh, there will be a title match tonight. However, when Vicious and Jarrett meet, it will not be for the WCW heavyweight title. It will be for Jeff Jarrett, United States title right here. What a bombshell.
I can't believe, I don't know who in the hell they think they are. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Come on. Let's go. I don't know who in the hell they think they are tonight.
How's my pulse? Racing? I need some medicine.
Daphne caught the bouquet.
Daphne got the bouquet.
She's not invited.
And now, David Flair and Crowbar are running the wedding reception.
They weren't invited.
Of course they weren't.
Unless they came with Joe Pesci.
They've destroyed the wedding cake.
I can't believe that in pro wrestling, a cake ended up thrown on somebody at the end of a wedding like that. I've never seen anything like it, ever.
Oh, yes, you have.
I just didn't remember it right now.
So we know that the Mamalukes are defend the World Tag Team Championship at Super Brawl 2000 against David Flair and Crowbar and Daphne. But I would venture to say that based on what just happened, the Mamalukes will go wanting to take apart this unstable duo of Crowbar and David Flair. And our first look at Harlem Heat together. And last Monday, it was the Disco Inferno against Stevie Ray of the new Harlem Heat in a one-on-one matchup. Stevie Ray is just one of the biggest and toughest in all of WCW.
No doubt about it. Don't forget, I grew up with those guys in Harlem. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
But as the slapjack was dropped, it was Stevie Ray's slapjack that got the Disco Inferno down for the 1, 2, 3 and got him the win. So there you see it, Harlem Heat 2K, the brand new Harlem Heat. It is Stevie Ray and Big T, along with Mr. J. Biggs,
Mr. J. Biggs is still hurt very badly for what happened to him last week.
Yeah, their manager, their legal advisor is all taped up, all bandaged up, braces all over him.
Like I said, Tony, I grew up with Booker, Stevie Ray, and Big T in Harlem. They lived on 110th Street, I lived on 108th Street. One time we beat up the Temptations right outside the Apollo Theater. We were OG all the way, baby. Here come the Mamalukes right behind the Wackos, and the Mamalukes are jumping all over David Flair and Crowbar, and they're covered in cake.
Covered in wedding cake, and they mean business. One thing you know, or at least, I don't know if you really grew up in Harlem or not, I'm sure you know this, but you...
108th Street.
Yeah, right. Anyway, you never mess with a paisano and his family, especially during a wedding reception. And with that in mind, the Disco Inferno has come over to us. He is putting on the spare headset right now. And Disco, I can understand your anger.
Yeah, understand my anger. That's like a $70,000 wedding they just trashed. A $200 shirt is a special night for us.
That was $70,000 of a reception.
It was like a $140,000 reception there.
$140,000.
Yeah, Italian weddings cost a lot of money.
I know that.
Jeez, these guys ruined it.
140 grand. It looked like it was catered by Chef Boyardee, for heaven's sakes. Maybe $140.
Well, you've never been to an Italian wedding. A lot of expenses have to be taken into account.
Meanwhile, here is a three-way dance for the World Tag Team title. And it's three teams. Harlem Heat gets a chance to become the World Tag Team Champions right now. And the fact is, the Mamalukes,
It's Paisans.
the Paisans go into Super Brawl this Sunday against David Flair and Crowbar, but they couldn't go in without the tag team belt.
What? What? Are they paying you to say all this?
Yes,
I'm the manager of champions.
Okay.
As long as I'm the manager, these guys are going to stay champions.
Well, I just hope my boys from Harlem can win this here. My brothers from the street. I got my
what?
I grew up in Harlem with these guys.
You
Disco.
didn't grow up in Harlem?
Absolutely.
You grew up in Paducah, Kentucky.
I got my feet in the suburbs and my heart's in the ghetto. I'll tell you that right now, brother.
Mark, you're
Where did
not,
you find this guy, Schiavone?
I didn't find him anywhere. You are not from Harlem, New York.
Ask T and Stevie.
They'll lie for you, too.
Vito, what is
Vito goes down.
Vito's trying to match power for power at Big T. That's a bad move.
Yeah, he can't do that.
Big T's
You're
one of
right.
the strongest men in the business. There we go.
Now Vito got a good move, got the foot up. That time
There
and
we
he goes
go.
right to the throat. Big Vito. You can tell they are wrestling with a lot of intensity here.
Well, they got that Buck 98 wedding broken up. I'd be mad too.
$140,000, Mark Madden.
Hey, Vito's sister Angie's been dating that guy for a long time. It was a very special night. It was a very special wedding. They ruined it.
Was she pregnant? She looked it.
What? Hey, Madden, what are you trying to say?
There's your bride.
Yeah, there's Daphne.
Enjoying the
Gross
remnants
nuts.
of the wedding. She caught the bouquet. She's the next one to get married.
Well, I hope she marries you, Schiavone, because nobody should deserve any better than that.
Thank you very much.
Look at this. This match is... I don't like these three-way dances.
My brothers in Harlem Heat are dominating.
As Jay Biggs. Well, he is a...
Yeah, what a waste this guy.
He is a pathetic sight.
Oh, pitiful.
Yeah, he really is. He's really thanks to Booker. Now remember, Booker's got a chance to regain the name legally Harlem Heat for his own self on Sunday night.
Why would you want that?
Snapjack!
Harlem Heat?
You gotta
I mean,
ask
Booker
Booker.
T's the guy that made that team famous.
That's ridiculous.
Double underhook and a slapjack. We're gonna have new World Tag Team Champions.
Say.
He made the save,
Smart
you're
move.
right.
Smart move, Vito.
In a three-way dance, the world champions could lose their belts without even being in the ring, Mark.
Right in the three-way dance, there's twice the opportunity and twice the teams to make a save, which is what happened there.
And that
There
time,
we go.
a roll of 1, 2, 3.
Flair hit him with the crowbar and he pinned him. We win! We win! I am still the manager of champions.
Now hold on in there.
What is this?
Come on, Stevie. Come on, T, get him.
Well, the Mamalukes or the Paisans, whatever, are still the World Tag Team Champions. David Flair helped that cause, but Harlem Heat's going to make their presence known here, Mark.
David Flair set up the pin by using his crowbar, but now Stevie Ray's going to plant Disco with that slapjack. Little assist there by Big T. Harlem Heat didn't win the belts, but they're winning the war right now for sure. Big T setting up for some more mayhem here. He's going to execute the slapjack himself.
Oh, it was more a slapjack. It looked like a short power bomb that time that got Big Vito down.
Well, this really can ruin a wedding, can't it?
Oh, the wedding was ruined a long time ago. This could ruin a Sunday. And the World Tag Team Championship will be on the line. The Mamalukes against David Flair and Crowbar.
Well, like I said, Harlem Heat didn't win the belts, but they've left everybody laying. Crowbar and David Flair outside the ring, the Mamalukes in the ring. You have to admit, the Harlem Heat, the new Harlem Heat, looks very impressive.
And now look at this. David Flair with his crowbar. Crowbar with his lead pipe. Assaulting these men who have already been taken apart.
And they already had to look at those ugly Italian women at the wedding, too. Haven't they suffered enough?
They picked up Johnny the Bull and beat him down again. They're going to severely injure the World Tag Team Champions here. And now security has come in. How can they control these nuts?
Well, there's no talking to them, that's for sure. You need Sigmund Freud to calm these guys down. The Mamalukes are beaten within an inch of their lives.
Yes, they are. They win the match. They lose the wedding reception. They lose the war, beaten by two teams, and they're still down. Daphne with the bouquet. She got her flowers on Valentine's Day, now didn't she?
She looks lovely. Always does.
She is one shrieking, screaming banshee is what she is, and I guess I can use that term. And now here comes the stretcher out for for Big Vito and Johnny the Bull in the Disco Inferno. Look at this. They have been completely laid out here.
Well, I don't know. That could be indigestion for what to be really cheap, bad Italian cuisine backstage.
I don't think so, Mark.
They did get hit with those pipes, I will say that.
Come on.
Flair and Crowbar are really nuts. They just beat him.
And look at Grandma in the family.
Well, they maybe just realized the bride's pregnant.
No, they did not.
Too much crying, too much.
Champagne Canyon and his accomplices joining us here this evening. The Mecca of Wrestling. We're in New York City.
Whoa. The Mecca is Hollywood, and I am Hollywood. You see, my movies don't go direct to video. Mine go to the big screen, April 14th, ready to rumble. You don't got to go to some flea market discount bin to buy my movie. And being Hollywood, I know acting. And Dustin Rhodes, you're a horrible actor. David Arquette, great. Oliver Platt, phenomenal. Dustin Harbaugh, his act last week, oh, my father abandoned me. Oh, Ric Flair, you're bad. Zero. What's going to happen is I'm going to give Dustin Rhodes an acting lesson, a wrestling lesson, and I'm going to do to him what his father should have done a long time ago and give him an old-fashioned beating.
So Chris Champagne Canyon and Dustin Rhodes still to come, but coming up next, it's the Hardcore Champion on Nitro.
Right here? My neck, my back here, my neck. Get off the thing! Get off that thing! Get off, you ain't going nowhere, no damn ambulance! You got me, G! You got me, G! You people got me, G! Get away from us! We're gonna take care of this Italian style, you understand? I'm tired of this! I'm tired!
All right, Big Vito coming right off the stretcher, wanting to talk to Mean Gene Okerlund. He's got something he wants to say.
I give those guys credits, the Pisons, the Mamalukes, Disco, whatever you want to call them. They got a lot of guts because they got beat half to death, and now they're struggling off the stretchers to make a statement. Wow. Some pretty heavy words coming from those guys, I'm sure.
Here's a reminder, this coming Friday is a big day for WCW. We got some big on-sale dates we want to talk about. And we're going to talk about that as soon as we show you this. Last Wednesday, when the Demon came out of the coffin, Bam Bam Bigelow on Thunder took the advantage and went right to work on the Demon. But then as Bam Bam Bigelow did that, here comes the former hardcore champion, Brian Knobbs.
Bam Bam Bigelow, an incredible hardcore champion. We see him cracking knobs over the head there. Bam Bam, another hardcore title defense coming up tonight.
And what a battle that was, and now the hardcore champion unloads his wares in the ring. A reminder that tickets go on sale this Friday for the March 14th Thunder taping. That's on Tuesday, March 14th at the George Mason Patriot Center in Fairfax, Virginia. Jeff Jarrett's going to be at Landmark Mall from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this coming Friday when tickets go on sale. Tickets also go on sale for the Monday Nitro event on March 20th at the O'Connell Center at the University of Florida in Gainesville. Screaming Norman Smiley will be at the University of Florida O'Connell Center box office this coming Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, when tickets go on sale. And as the wall comes down for this hardcore battle, one other announcement, Tuesday, March 21st, we're going to be taping Thunder in Orlando at the TD Waterhouse Center. Plus, you can meet Tori Wilson and Billy Kidman at the box office, 10 a.m. to noon this Friday when tickets go on sale for the Tuesday, March 28th Thunder taping in Orlando.
Bam Bam against the wall. With the wall involved, boy, hardcore suddenly got a little more hardcore, didn't it?
With the wall, who is hardcore in his own right, with or without the items.
Well, who used the items, apparently?
Of course, if you got them, you use them, right?
He brought a ladder in. I wonder what that's all about. There's no belt on top of the ring or anything like that.
Doing towards Bigelow, who moved quickly out of the way. Saved his own life that time. Hey, quickly, Mark Madden don't want to take away from this match, but how about the anger that Jeff Jarrett's feeling right now? He wanted the match against Sid Vicious tonight to be a title match. He got it, but it's for his U.S. title.
Do you blame him for being mad? He has nothing to gain, everything to lose, but we could see history. Only one man before has ever been world and U.S. champion, and that's a guy named Bill Goldberg. Sid could match that feat tonight. That would be something else.
Sid very happy about that. He and Jarrett later on for the U.S. title. Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair tonight, 6 days out from Super Brawl 2000. And look at Bam Bam Bigelow. Try that diving headbutt of his to no avail. The wall had moved. Bigelow goes in with these hardcore items. 6 days out from Super Brawl 2000. Brian Knobbs waiting in the wings. Why would anyone in his right mind want a hardcore title match 6 days away from another one?
That's what makes him hardcore.
I guess
That's
it does.
what makes Bam Bam Bigelow, in my opinion, the best hardcore champion WCW has seen so far. But Brian Knobbs is a big challenge. The Wall is a big challenge. Screaming Norman Smiley somehow consistently has remained a big challenge. And now the Wall has one of those tables. There must be a dozen or more tables under that ring.
As he was putting the table in, Bigelow used it like a catapult, and it racked the jaw that time of the Wall. And the Wall down on the floor, and he gets whacked by the steel chair.
Bam Bam made the Wall play a pretty dangerous game at teeter-totter with that table on the middle rope. Then he whacked him hard with the chair shot.
Of course, one of the prerequisites of being a hardcore champion is not only how to take a blow, but how to use all the devices to your advantage. And Bam Bam Bigelow showing us he can do just that.
How to dodge all the devices, too. A lot of times, you know, the Wall's gone in there with a trash can or a kendo stick or whatever, and Bam Bam stopped it.
One's got the trash can. Oh, the other one had the ledge.
That was kind of symbolic.
Yes, Symbol City. That time along the side of the head. We might have a new hardcore champion here. That really put Bam Bam down. And the Wall takes the kendo stick and whacks him across the back.
Bam Bam draped across that table. Will the Wall go up top? He shouldn't. That's not his area of expertise. But in a hardcore match, you got to take a chance, and he's going to.
You got to improvise. You're right. The Wall, who has been so impressive in regular matches, is rising to the occasion here in this hard. Oh boy, he blew it that time, Mark, because he turned his back on Bigelow, and Bigelow drives him through the table.
What a move by Bigelow, and now he's signaling for the greetings from Asbury Park. Bigelow is actually overpowering the Wall. I've never seen that before.
I don't think I have either. He's going to pick up the Wall with the greeting from Asbury Park and drive him down. He'll cover the Wall. And Nick Patrick makes the 1, 2, 3 through the trash cans and tables. And Bigelow is still the WCW Hardcore Champ. Bigelow goes on this Sunday to face the man who's down the ring. And Brian Knobbs using, you see the right hand with the cast on broken, thanks to the total package. And look at him walking between the shoulder blades.
He's using that cast to prime advantage, just beat Bigelow down. Big advantage for Knobbs here. Bigelow just defended his hardcore title. He's worn out.
And Knobbs seizing an opportunity right here to take the advantage. Would you say that Knobbs, maybe, even though he's the challenger, could be now the odds-on favorite on Sunday?
After that trash can shot, he may be. Wow. And another one. I don't know if that's the echo from the trash can or from Bigelow's head after those blows.
Whatever it is, it rang out here at the Nassau Coliseum.
I like Knobbs. He's husky.
Super Brawl. He's screaming out about Super Brawl 2000.
6 days away, Knobbs against Bigelow for the hardcore title. Husky Brian Knobbs against Husky Bam Bam Bigelow. That's the nice way. Oh, here's the Wall on Bigelow now.
So that gave the Wall the chance to get back up, and he dropped. Bam Bam Bigelow down.
Knobbs is officially the favorite now.
No question about it. All right. Mean Gene has been summoned by the Mamalukes, and he's there right now, Gene.
All right, there's total bedlam and pandemonium back here. A couple of you guys are still going to have to go to the hospital yet tonight. Disco Inferno, I would imagine there's going to be something to pay after what we saw out there in the ring.
Yeah, Flair and Crowbar have got a lot to pay. Nobody punks us like that. Nobody treats Vito's sister's wedding like that. You guys got hell to pay now because nobody treats us like that in New York.
That's right. New York is our hometown. And I got something to say to you Fazanooks out there. Sicilian stretcher match. You guys are gonna pay for your crimes against the Italians in our neighborhood. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry, Mom. I can't help it. I'm sorry. We have no choice. Italian stretcher match. That's where it's at. Italian stretcher match. You guys are dead. I'm coming after you. That's it.
You're still gonna have to go to the hospital.
On the New York Daily News on Saturday, front page that Flair and Hogan would battle here at the Nassau Coliseum. We have, understand, many more photojournalists than ever before to see not only Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair here tonight, but seeing the world champion Sid Vicious in action against Jeff Jarrett.
How can you beat that? Flair versus Hogan, the biggest matchup in history. We get to see it I don't know about one last time, but certainly one more time. Sid Vicious against Jeff Jarrett. They fight for the world title Sunday at Super Brawl, and they fight tonight here at Nassau Coliseum.
All right, last Wednesday on Thunder, when confronted about his negligence towards his son by Dustin Rhodes, Ric Flair and Dustin Rhodes had an impromptu match. Dustin put him in the figure four. Rick took his Rolex around his fist, around his knuckles. Dustin raises up, Flair catches it and hits him in the head, and Ric Flair goes on to defeat Dustin Rhodes thanks to the use of the Rolex in an impromptu match on Wednesday, just to show you how dirty the dirtiest player in the game is.
That result didn't surprise me. Ric Flair beat Dustin's daddy up for years and years and years. Why not beat up the kid too? Like father, like son, just another victim for Ric Flair.
Whatever, the question is here, why would Ric Flair completely, of course, that was the result of what happened last Monday when Terry Funk beat up David Flair unmercifully in an I Quit match. Why would Ric Flair not come to the aid of his son a week ago? That's the question here.
Well, Ric Flair's never going to be Father of the Year, but he's a great wrestler. Ric Flair's for himself first, second, and third, and the heck with everybody else, including his son. That's what I like about him.
Chris Champagne Canyon brings out two of the Nitro girls with him. I have to say, those are very provocative Valentine's Day outfits by the Nitro girls. Wouldn't you say?
Well, if I said what I really thought about those outfits, I'd get bleeped for the first time in my 3 weeks here on Nitro. But I want to talk about this matchup. Again, it's a battle of movie stars. Canyon ready to rumble, which is ready to come out. I can't wait to see that. The trailer's great. And Dustin Rhodes used to dress like he was in bondage movies. Come on, he did. You remember.
I remember.
Cut my music.
He even talked about it when he first came back to WCW.
A lot of people claim that they are Hollywood, but they're not. I am Hollywood.
1, 2, and got a 2 count. Forget about being Hollywood, as Dustin Rhodes almost gets a quick win here over Chris Champagne Canyon.
Canyon tosses him outside. He's going to take a break here. Is he going to go outside after? There he goes.
Going to go outside after. Going to keep the pressure on. The intensity on. He's got a steel chair, and the referee takes it away from him.
Billy Silverman got that chair away from him, and now Canyon's going to go after Silverman. Chasing him around the ring.
Silverman literally running for it. Oh, he's live. And Dustin Rhodes caught him with a lariat. Canyon at full speed on that one, went down hard.
Right place, right time for Dustin. Bad news for Canyon. Now it's Dustin Rhodes' turn in the ring to have the advantage.
Tonight on this Bulldog. Tonight on this program, the return of Hulk Hogan against one of his arch rivals throughout the years in Ric Flair. That is coming up here. Live 6 days out from Super Brawl 2000 this Sunday. And Dustin Rhodes setting Canyon up.
What's he setting him up for? Well, actually, we both know, but I'm afraid to say it. I'm afraid to think it, and I certainly would never, ever want to feel it.
I don't think Canyon does either. Dustin calling out to the fans.
That'll get you funky like a monkey, won't it?
Amazingly, Canyon came back up.
I guess he has no...
What are you trying to say?
Well, maybe he has a lot of them.
Never mind. Okay, maybe he has more than enough. Canyon goes down hard with Dustin, covers in 1, 2, 3, baby. A lot of reserve that time, but in the end, Dustin drove him down and got the win.
I've never been a fan of the Rhodes family, but that's a big win.
As we said later on tonight, Ric Flair and Hollywood, Hulk Hogan will go at it. One of the most anticipated matches ever in the tri-state area.
It's my time.
Hulk Hogan later tonight live from New York. You're going to be facing the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. But what about this man, Lex Luger, your opponent at Super Brawl? You've seen what he's done now to Terry Funk. Last week, he broke the arm of Jimmy Hart. Hulk, you're going to have your hands full both tonight and next Sunday.
Well, you know something, Mean Gene? I can't think of a better place
to bury a couple bodies than New York City. Ric Flair, I've got you tonight on Nitro, and I'm gonna bury you somewhere on the outskirts of the Hudson River. And if something happened that Lex Luger wanted to get a little froggy and jump on me before Super Brawl, I'll deposit his body also. After what I saw with Terry Funk tonight, those two are exactly the same. And as God is my witness, Jimmy Hart, you grab a seat in my dressing room, get relaxed, brother, and watch what happens to Ric Flair when he drops to his knees and says, yes, Hulk Hogan, you are the man. Because what you're gonna do, Flair, when Hulk Hogan destroys you.
A very ready Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair still to come tonight. And fans, when we come back on WCW Monday Nitro, it's Booker against the Demon. Stay with us.
Booker T, I know that you just returned to the good old US of A from Europe earlier today. And of course, Nitro being seen all around the world tonight. You've got a lot of things happening, Super Brawl right around the corner. But I've got to ask you, at the risk of sounding negative, what about that Leave It to Beaver music for your entrance? Isn't that a bit much?
You know, Gene, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. My brother has gone through litigation to take my name, my music, and my flames. And as far as that stupid ass music go, they can keep playing it over and over and over because it's just a constant reminder of what's gonna happen to Big T at Super Brawl. I'm gonna take you out of the game, man.
A very determined Booker to face Big T for the rights to Harlem Heat at Super Brawl. And now the Demon makes his appearance here on WCW Monday Nitro. And ironically, the same day that earlier today, Gene Simmons and Kiss announced that after 27 years, after 75 million albums sold, that they will kick off their farewell tour, their very last tour ever as Kiss, on March 11th in Phoenix, Arizona. And here comes the Demon in the image of Gene Simmons out in this next matchup.
Tony, I know you'll be in as many concerts of that farewell tour as you could possibly be. So will I. Here comes the Demon looking just like Gene Simmons. He got the tongue, he got the boots, he has the blood dripping from his mouth once in a while. You may not know this, Tony. In honor of the Demon, in honor of Kiss, the Plaster Casters are in attendance tonight.
Kiss also coming out with Kiss Alive 4, their last live album on the 28th of March. And of course, they are legends in rock and roll. And aside from that, I think we both agree that Demon has been a very good performer in WCW. The kid can really wrestle.
He's very talented. He derives a lot of power from wearing the Gene Simmons war paint. But no matter what gimmick or costume or persona that the Demon would assume, he would be a tremendous competitor, a tremendous performer, a tremendous worker, if you will. See, he's drooling blood. I knew you would. That's great. That is so cool.
The only thing he has to do now is breathe fire, and he'll be just like the man himself, Gene Simmons. And we go from God of Thunder to this lame song.
Equally appropriate for Booker, if you ask me.
Oh, you really think so?
In fact, to quote Gene Simmons one more time, it fits like a glove.
You're the man, Mark Madden.
Well, you know, Booker, he lost the lawsuit. Sometimes you just lose a lawsuit, you know? He's Booker. He looks stupid. He's wearing stupid diapers. He was always the outcast in Harlem where I grew up with Stevie Ray, Booker T, and Big T.
But do you think that this music is going to backfire on Mr. Biggs and Harlem Heat? I mean, Booker even said, keep playing the music. It fires me up. It gets me motivated. And as long as this happens, Booker is going to come to the ring with reckless abandon, and the Demon has taken the first shots in.
Well, there's no doubt Booker's very motivated to get his colors back, to get the letter T back, but it's not going to happen. The new Harlem Heat is far too powerful.
The Demon on the attack. What about the Diamond Dallas Page book, Positively Page? I had a chance to get an advanced copy. I read most of it this weekend. What a read this was, fans.
It's hard to put down. It's a real page-turner. Of all the wrestling books out there, it may be the best. It really may be. It's the most inside look by far of all the books written by wrestlers.
So that's available only through WCW before it hits the bookstores on March 1st. So make sure you give us a call, the number we said earlier.
Spinaroonie! Spinaroonie!
The axe kick that time, and then the Spinaroonie brought Booker T, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, I might get sued. Booker, yes, back up. Booker picks up his big guy, the Demon, slams him down Harlem style with that sidewalk slam of him.
I gotta admit, you're right about one thing. Booker is motivated. Booker destroyed the Demon. That's really the first time we've seen the Demon really take it apart.
Look at the face. You think the man's not determined? The man's not ready to battle for the name of Harlem Heat this Sunday?
What's wrong with that, pal?
Now here's a man ready to battle.
Well, fans, lock it in. It's the only thing I can tell you. When we come back, we are going to have the match that all of New York's been waiting for, all of WCW's been waiting for. It is Hulk Hogan's return against Ric Flair next. And let's go to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight will be one of the greatest nights in WCW Monday Nitro history. And we are about to see why. As two of the greatest names in the history of professional wrestling will face each other in this ring. Are we ready? WCW fans, are we ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, we are ready to rumble!
Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan one more time. You know, you go back to big events in the history of World Championship Wrestling, and you can mark Bash at the Beach as one of the biggest events each and every year. I take you back to Bash at the Beach, 1994. Hulk Hogan comes into WCW. Ric Flair is the heavyweight champion of the world, and Hulk Hogan wins the event. 2 years later, Hogan, Hall and Nash formed the NWO at Bash at the Beach. So that summertime event has always kind of been a benchmark for big things to happen at WCW. But for Ric Flair, I know he has never forgotten Bash at the Beach 1994 and what happened that night.
Here's the bottom line on this match.
Wearing red soda and weighing in at 236 pounds. A legend of this great sport known to fans around the world. His signature figure four and unrelenting will to win has brought him more championship belts than any other wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, from Charlotte, North Carolina, here is the 14-time heavyweight champion of the world, Ric Flair!
Okay, go ahead with your point.
Next time Buffer interrupts me, I'm knocking him on his overpaid ass, all right?
Go ahead.
Bottom line, Flair and Hogan ranked number 1 and number 2 by WCW Magazine. Hogan 1, Flair 2. That's all time. That's forever. I'm not disputing that they're 1 and 2. I am disputing the order. Flair's better now. He's always been better, and he'll prove it tonight by performance, if not necessarily by result.
So you're witnessing, as Mark Madden told you, from the WCW rankings of the greatest wrestlers ever, the 2 greatest going at it in the ring, live on Monday Nitro. Both men who will be part of Super Brawl will take their legendary battle here on Monday Nitro to you live. And as we said, and as we mentioned, you'll see it during the course of this match. As we go back to Michael Buffer.
He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 275 1/4 pounds. He is, without a doubt, the most famous name and face in the annals of professional wrestling. His super boots and leg drop has eliminated opponents the world over. Ladies and gentlemen, there are stars. There are superstars. And then there are legends. Here is the legend, the king of Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan.
Boy, they're standing. This match has the big-time feel to it, Mark Man. You can't deny that.
New York City is Hulk Hogan's home turf. He's popular everywhere. He may be more popular here than anywhere else, and this Long Island crowd is letting them know how they feel.
We have cameramen, photojournalists from all over. We have looks like 15 or 16 extra of those around the ring just for this matchup. And they're chanting Hogan? They're chanting Hogan's name. You know they are.
It almost sounds like Flair, but I'll trust your judgment here.
No,
Flair.
Hogan has 2 syllables. Flair has 1.
Now you got me there. Damn, caught in a lie on national TV.
Won't be the last time, I can tell you that.
Wasn't the first. Hogan Flair, this is like a dream come true for me, Tony. I'm really serious about that. To call this match, boy, what a thrill.
It was in USA Today earlier today, promoting the match. We talked about the Imus Good Morning program on the front cover of the New York Daily News. Press from all around the world, around the ring. And down goes Ric Flair from Hulk Hogan. You know, Flair has done this before in his career. He has played into Hogan's strength early on. I don't know if that's a feeling out process or it's Flair maybe getting Hogan overconfident or what, but he's doing that. And listen to the fans. What an atmosphere for this one.
I wish these people would shut up so Flair can calm down and wrestle. Shut up, people. See, they listen good. You're right, Flair has to play to his own strengths, not to Hogan's, but Flair's very proud. Flair knows he was #2 to Hogan's #1 at WCW Magazine.
He talked about it on this program. He talked about it on Thunder as well.
I'm not a test of strength, Rick. Bad move.
But see, Flair lured him in the corner. That's where he wanted it. And Hogan took every bit of that chop.
So chop him again, come on!
Back into the other corner. Hulk Hogan. Sending Flair to a turnbuckle. Into back body drop. Down goes Flair. Out goes Flair.
This is very upsetting to me personally, Tony. I don't know what to say. I really thought Flair would come in here to overwhelm him, but you got to give Hogan credit. Right now he's wrestling his match, taking the fight to Flair, but now he's going outside. That'll be Hogan's first mistake.
Let's see if you're right, Mark Madden.
Thumb to the eye, great scientific move.
And the chant of Hogan out again. Yellow and red, all over the Nassau Coliseum. And Hogan now taking turns on the outside. Rolls Flair underneath the ropes. Hogan chases Flair back inside.
Yeah! No! Yeah! Oh, jeez.
It's not going to work against him. He's too fired up. He's too pumped up. Well,
Hogan sprained his ankle, I think.
No, I think he got the low blow. Come on, you know as well as I do.
Now he sprained his knee. I like it. Now here comes Flair's kind of wrestling match. Come on, Rick, take that pin out.
Well, that time Hulk Hogan let the excitement, the adrenaline get the best of him right there. He got too close to Flair. Up between the legs of the low blow. And now Ric Flair is homing in on the knees.
Yeah!
A knee.
Yeah! Chop him down!
As you can see, the knee heavily taped underneath the knee pad. You know about the knee surgeries he's had over the last year or so.
Here we go, the attack for the figure 4, softening him up.
So if there is a weakness in Hulk Hogan, it is a weakness that plays right into the strength of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Mark.
Now Flair's on top of him. Flair's working that leg. It's a little too early for the figure 4, but Flair might be going for it right now. Yeah, here he goes. Yeah! I think Hogan quit already. Tony, did you hear him quit?
He did not.
I could have sworn I heard it. Must have been from the crowd. Come on, lock it in, Rick, lock it in!
He's got it locked in, and Hogan, is he on the verge of giving up or not?
Oh, boy. Come on, Rick, roll the other way, roll the other way!
Hogan's trying to turn the figure 4 over. And he got it.
Now the pressure's on Flair.
Now will Flair give up? Hogan grinding in. And Flair broke the hold.
Well, Hogan's knee's still pretty damaged, looks like.
Yeah, it is. And Flair seems to be okay. Not as noticeable a limp on Ric Flair as it is on Hogan. He'll snapmare him down. Flair's design is to keep Hogan off his feet. Good move. Flair up on top. Hogan's up on his feet, believe it or not. Down goes Flair.
Now Hogan's knee buckled a little bit, but boy, there's a big clothesline. But down goes Hogan.
It really buckled that time, Mark Madden.
Good. Good. I've been waiting for Hulkamania to end for 20 years. It's been a thorn in my side. Maybe tonight will finally be the night.
Hogan trying to pull himself up. Flair's already on the leg.
Hogan, you want to stop?
Do you want to stop? You heard Nick Patrick. And now we're hearing the famous backhand chop of Ric Flair. It didn't work. But that's not going to stop the Nature Boy.
Hogan coming out of that corner, psyched up. Oh, looks like he might hulk up. Flair got him now.
Shoots him in. Chopped him in. Hogan still on his feet.
I don't like the way this looks. Come on, Nate. Come on, turn it around.
This is incredible. Hogan is standing after those chops.
And he's biting. Oh, there he is. There's the immoral Hulk Hogan I told you about. Not immortal, immoral.
Flair upside down. Flair goes down here.
I gotta give Hogan credit. He's really taking it to Flair. This isn't how I pictured it. Suplex back in. Tony, what keeps driving Hogan? It really is amazing.
It is amazing. The drive that he has, the hard determination. But Mark, you know, by following his career, he's always had this. That is one of the things that has set him apart from most others. One of the attributes that made him ranked #1 in the WCW poll. What happened that time?
Flair went for the suplex, and Flair wrenched his back. Now he's down in the corner. Now Hogan has the edge.
Now the referee asking Flair if he's okay. Hogan stalks him in the corner. Flair, like putty in Hogan's hands here. He can't even fight back. He really hurt his back. Nick Patrick trying to call him off, but Hogan is relentless.
That's the same back he broke in a plane crash, Tony. Yeah, like he has another back, right? I had to get that reference in. Hogan manhandling the ref. Good job, Nick Patrick. He used the closed fist.
Wait a minute, Flair's digging deep. He's got an illegal object in his right hand.
How do you know it's illegal? Are you a policeman?
It's got, well, you're not allowed to use it.
Yeah! Yeah! Big right by Flair.
It knocked him out. It knocked him out. If he can make a cover, it's over.
Come on, Rick. Get over there. Come on, Rick. Oh, this is glorious. Ric Flair's going to beat Hulk Hogan.
Jimmy Hart's come down.
Oh, yeah, he'll do a lot of good.
Jimmy Hart, who recently had his hand broken by the Total Package, is telling Nick Patrick that Flair dug deep in his tights and came away with an elimination. Down goes Jimmy Hart.
Good job. That's what Jimmy Hart gets. He's a washed-up singer, just like Hogan's a washed-up actor.
Jimmy Hart's down. Hogan's down. This could be the end. Flair with an elbow.
That'll do it.
1, 2, Hogan kicked down.
How did he kick out?
There was a lot of time between point A and point B right there, Mark Madden.
He got hit by brass knuckles.
Here it comes. It's a scene we've seen over and over again. Hulking up, coming back against all odds, sending Flair into big fight.
Oh, no.
He's going to drop the leg on Ric Flair.
There's no kicking out of that.
Now it's a Total Package.
Oh, thank heaven somebody's here to restore order. Get a package. Now, Jimmy Hart used that illegal pass. I don't like that at all.
The bell sounds. They're going to throw this thing out. Elizabeth has come in. She's got Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's got Elizabeth. And he went to whack Elizabeth, and a Total Package got Jimmy Hart.
You got to give the package credit for coming in to rescue an American legend like Ric Flair. That's tremendous.
He is stomping on an already broken arm.
Well, if it's already broken, what's the big deal?
And now Flair working over Hogan. What was a great match between Flair and Hogan has been thrown out the book.
Now Terry Funk's in. He threw a chair in, but the package beat him to it, and he's pounded Buck with that chair.
Ill-advised move by the hardcore legend himself. He wanted to get at Flair. He wanted to help Hogan, and Hogan's got to fight off both men by himself. And he's doing just that.
What is keeping Hogan up? It's amazing. The man really is phenomenal. Now they got him. Now they got him. Yeah.
Flair to the eyes. Hogan ducks. Hulk Hogan again.
Uh-oh, Noggin knocker.
Watch out. Elizabeth wheeling that ball back. And
Hogan ran them all off. I gotta give him credit. Now Buck's on top of Flair outside the ring.
Buck and Flair.
What a Super Bowl it's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna be unbelievable.
You're exactly right. They get a death match. Hogan's got the total package. And we've still got world champion Sid Vicious.
Vicious and Jarrett coming up soon. It's gonna be unbelievable. Hogan posing down in the ring. We've seen this before.
You see the photojournalists from all over around the ring taking a picture of Hulk Hogan.
Tony, I give Hogan credit. A superhuman effort by him tonight. But the color of his skin, that can't be healthy, can it? Looks like a hot dog left in the microwave too long. I bought luggage that looks like that.
Well, after you get shot by Ric Flair, your skin is going to be naturally deep red.
Good point. You got me there. Tony, you're correcting me with facts tonight. I resent that. Gotta give Hogan credit. The fans are going nuts.
He'll be back in the ring in 6 days to finish the issue between he and the total package at Super Brawl this Sunday.
You know what I gotta say? I've been calling him a part-time wrestler. He didn't look like a part-time wrestler tonight. He was on top of his game.
Wait a minute! In the midst of all this, the total package is back in the ring. He's got the ball back.
Hogan not paying attention. That's what he gets. Starts to right.
The music is loud. The fans are cheering. He doesn't realize what's going on.
They won't be cheering in a second. He's totally oblivious to this guy with the bat right behind him. Yeah!
Down goes Hogan.
You're a Yankee fan. You should like that. Look like Derek Jeter. Oh, there's that chair on the arm. The chair's on Hogan's arm.
He's gone now. This happened to Jimmy Hart. It happened to Brian Knox. It happened to Fit Finlay.
Oh, did you hear that snap?
It happened to Sting, and now it's happening to Hogan.
Oh, that arm's definitely broken, but the package is going to make sure by beating it. Tony, I really heard the snap. It was unbelievable.
You're right, Mark Madden. He has either broken or severely injured the left arm of Hulk Hogan.
And here's the best part. Hogan's too stupid to back out of Super Brawl. He'll show up broken arm or not. I can't wait. Hulkamania didn't end tonight like I wanted. It'll end on Sunday.
Broken arm and all, you're exactly right. This story is not done. It will be done on Sunday.
All right, gentlemen, we are back in the locker room area. Joining me is a man who has got double duty on this Valentine's night. He is the current reigning WCW heavyweight champion of the world, Sid Vicious. Tonight, Jeff Jarrett. Next Sunday at Super Brawl, Jeff Jarrett. However, tonight you've got a shot at the United States title.
Answer this question. Has everything Jeff Jarrett tried to do to me, has it backfired on him? Yes, it has. Jeff Jarrett, see, you have, excuse me.
No.
You are asking for something you really don't want. See, I've never held 2 belts at one time, so it might be just a little bit sweet. Let me tell you something, see, tonight is the night that you bow down to the master. You and Scott Hall, I own both of you, because I am the master, and I am the ruler.
And here comes Jeff Jarrett to the ring. His U.S. title is going to be on the line against Sid Vicious coming up next.
They're on the way to the ring right now. Yeah. Oh, look at the cage though. Absolutely.
Kevin Nash made it perfectly clear.
We make the rules.
NWO 2000 is on a mission to conquer and rule, or to ruin and destroy the very existence of WCW. Is there anyone who can stop the insanity? Find out as Snickers presents WCW Super Brawl.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at WCW Monday Nitro, the action continues. Now, it's time for a Battle of Champions.
Battle of Champions in the shadow of the three-way dance coming up Sunday night between Sid Vicious, Scott Hall, and Jeff Jarrett to crown the WCW champion.
Did I hear you right? That's no DQ as well?
That's what I've been told. No disqualification on Sunday. And that's the way the three-way dance should be, man. You would agree with that.
I guess so. I'm just beside myself with the three-way dance. I thought it was going to be Jarrett against Sid, then maybe Hall versus Sid. But in retrospect, even though I've kind of gone back and forth over the Nash administration and the Jarrett administration, maybe a three-way dance is the only fair way to go. I'm not so sure if it's fair to Sid, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring at this time, 234 3/4 pounds from the Music City, USA, one of the professional wrestling great superstars, famous for his growth. He's a combined five-time world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending WCW US Heavyweight Champion, the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett!
Jeff Jarrett thought it was going to be a world title match.
And it should be. You know it should be.
Well, no, if the world title is going to be Sunday, you're going to have to defend it here on Monday night.
Well, what an opportunity for Sid, and I respect Sid. He's passed every test. I don't like him necessarily, but I respect him. He has a chance to hold both belts, U.S. and world titles. The first guy to do it since Goldberg, only the second man to do it. Right now, Goldberg's one of a kind in that regard.
So Sid Vicious has a chance to be within the same mold, featured in the same breath.
Jeff, and now making his entrance to the ring, one of the greatest big men in professional wrestling history, 7 feet tall, 322 pounds. He comes to us from Marion, Arkansas. Tonight, he is a challenger for the WCW US title, and his world title belt is not on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Sid Vicious.
Mickey J assigned to this one.
By the way, Tony, the last time I had two belts in my hands, I dated Miss Hancock and Warren Wilson one night. They were both wearing jeans. Let's go to the match. Jarrett all over him.
And that's what it should be. Sending Sid Vicious in, and Sid Vicious out to knock is blocked off here in the opening moment. Sending Jarrett down into the ropes again. Jarrett through the legs of Sid Vicious. Down goes Jarrett again. And Sid right now just too strong for him here, Mark Madden.
I would like to not like Sid Vicious, but he has passed every test. He's beaten off guys 5-on-1, 4-on-1, 3-on-1. He just is a monster. He encounters insurmountable odds and beats them all the time. Now he's beating Jarrett senseless.
Down on the floor. Once again, you see the photojournalists from around the world. We have about 15 extra here around.
And that's nice. It makes it feel really special. These guys are from every wrestling publication in the world. Well, I saw that coming barely, Tony. Jeff Jarrett on my lap. Here comes Sid up on top of the table. I'll take play-by-play now, Tony. Do you want to be in there? Oh, there's a big water bottle shot on Jeff Jarrett. Tony, this is a pretty frisky thing. I'm going to have to drop a few pounds to get out of the way a little quicker.
Wow.
Look at Sid. Sid's a monster. He's a maniac. He just keeps coming and coming. He's like Frankenstein.
And the fact is, he has, and it's hard to believe because of the way he's always been, he has picked up this intensity since becoming the world champ, which is something you have to do.
Right. A lot of guys, when they get the belt, you can tell they shouldn't be world champ. As soon as Sid got it, you could tell he deserved it.
Absolutely.
And now Jarrett's on him, finally.
Yeah. After getting spilled over the top of the table here, Jarrett is all over.
There's a sleeper. Tony, I just have a feeling about Sunday. I think the chosen one is going to become the chosen champion in the three-way dance, no DQ. I just think it's Jeff Jarrett's time.
What about Scott Hall? Who won a match they had last Wednesday on Thunder? The sleeper hold here applied. Sid Vicious could be a moment for being out. He dropped the hand that time.
I think he's out. I think he is out.
I got him.
Now, great move by Jarrett there to get the center of gravity as low as possible, Tony.
He's got it down, Sid Vicious. Warm is up.
He's out. Don't even bother. Just give the match to Jeff.
Last chance for Sid Vicious. Keep it up.
There you go. Way to go. Oh.
Vicious up. Vicious to a sitting position, but Jarrett stays behind the man. At least he did momentarily. Back elbow. Into the corner. Good move by Jarrett to get the feet up. That caught him low.
Good counter move by Sid. Here comes Jeff off the ropes. Oh, big right hand.
Yeah, he's just too strong. Right hand, Jarrett's going to try to get some momentum on the ropes. Other side, big foot.
Now, whoever wins this match has a big psychological advantage. Oh, no!
Yeah, going into Super Bowl, you're right. And it's going to be Sid. Big choke slam. He's calling the powerbomb.
And this could put Jeff Jarrett out. Oh, there's Mickey J caught a heel in the face. Literally. Now Jarrett back body drop Sid. Here's a chance for Jarrett. Taking that U.S. title in the ring, it looks like.
Oh!
Hey, the ref wasn't looking. It's no DQ Sunday. Might as well get some practice. 1, 2, 3. Come on, 1, 2, 3.
That's going to be it. 1, 2. Sid!
See, Jeff won. That could have been 8 or a 9 count.
Sid got the left.
Was Mickey J.
Sid got the left shoulder up. I don't think it was a good cover. He's attacking the referee. He gave the referee the stroke.
Well, again, it's no DQ Sunday. What the hell? Get some practice in.
Now he's going to stroke on Sid. No, he's not. Sid puts the cross face on Jeff Jarrett, who's tapping out.
Here come the Harris boys now.
The Harris brothers have come in.
Big Ron and Heavy D.
Sid Vicious could not even get up to meet him in time. And now with the referee brutally attacked, it's 3-on-1. And Sid Vicious is out of options here.
Yeah, but the Harris boys are not options. Oh, and Jeff's got the guitar. Time for a little tune. A sad song, might be a country tune, Tony. He got a pin! He got a pin! He's a two-time defeater of the world champion, Tony. And Super Bowl Sunday, it's going to be a hat trick.
He just beat Sid